Hi folks, hello, welcome back to another video right here on the channel. So, before we begin, you might notice I've got my partner in crime on board the show. Okay, so we're going into episode 2, Mel. Last month, episode 1, I just explained to the folks what Talisman, this wonderful game that we both enjoy playing, was all about. And then I told them that in this episode, we were going to do an unboxing.
Yep.
Okay, so putting it out there, guys, obviously we played this game before, so it's not going to be a unboxing as in all, you know, I'll just be showing you the box, little description, go straight for it and show you some of the contents, and I might have a little waffle telling you how it goes or not, because next month, episode 3, we are going to do a playthrough, aren't we, Mel?
Yeah.
So, we'll see how it goes, guys. So, I showed you it briefly last month. So, this is the box, and this is Talisman, the 4th edition by Pegasus Spiel. Okay? I went in with the folks last month, Mel, and I told them all about 1st edition, 2nd edition, all that, so I'm not going to bore you. Have a look back on the other video because it's only about 3 minutes long. You actually got me on film for just 3 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Normally a basic intro takes about 3 minutes. Anyway, so as we can see, guys, absolutely heavy fantasy here. Look at the artwork there. That's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to read a little bit off the back for you. I'll give you a quick blip at the back of the box and then we'll go for the contents. Okay, so Talisman, the magical quest game, revised 4th edition. In Talisman, you'll embark on a perilous quest for the ultimate treasure, the legendary Crown of Command. You'll choose the warrior, priest, wizard, or one of 11 other heroes with powers both magical and mighty. But the path to the crown is treacherous. Legends say that only a fabled talisman can safeguard you in the lands past the portal of power. Yet finding such an artifact is no small feat. Monsters, traps, and evil magic wait to defeat you at every turn. Summon your courage, you'll need it to best your opponents, to secure the crown and seize your destiny. Okay, so that is the back of the box there, guys. Just giving you a little blip of the contents. And as it says there, this is a not a cooperative, sorry, this is a versus game. So it says 12 plus. No reason really why a kid about to say 10 couldn't play this, to be fair, with guidance. Says there 90 to 120 minutes. That's way off. It takes longer than that. Or maybe just I take like all day playing and laughing and enjoying it. 2 to 6 players. We've only played it, just the 2 of us. The first night we got it, we put it down on the table, put it out and we had a little go. But you are basically, essentially, you are going round, I'll show you the board in a minute. You're going round the board, aren't you? And you're against each other. So what you're basically doing is you're going across all the squares, doing what you're doing, drawing encounter cards, that kind of thing. Adding to your strength, adding to your magic, having little battles and visiting cities and that kind of thing. With the ultimate aim of getting into the centre of the board, you reach the Crown of Command and then you decide to just start throwing spells at people and killing the rival players. So it's a race into the middle and kill the other players off. However, there are variants, which I think are included in the expansion packs, which we're going to cover over this series, that isn't how you win the game. So if you have, like, say, an expansion, something like, say, the city pack or something, it might be to have so much money or something like that, you know, instead of just that straight kill thing, you know, but I digress. Let's move on, let's have a look into the box. Put that over there. So the first thing we find, Melody, is our revised 4th edition rulebook, okay? Now on the back of this, there is a Talisman encounter sequence and it is a flowchart. What I will say to you is that you will not need it. After next month and I show you the gameplay, I'll show you in as short a time as possible how you play this game. All the cards you get and stuff are self-explanatory, aren't they?
Yeah.
Before we got together, Mel wasn't really much of a gamer, were you?
Not at all.
And you know, we got into it, we played it and stuff. And I'll give you an example in a minute of some of the cards and read out stuff to you so you know what we're saying. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the board. No, I'm not. I'm going to show you the board now. Got some fun and games here, guys. Okay, I think is that the right way round?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's spin it round. Okay, we got it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so like you see, it's a very big board. Okay, so we start off going around the outside. There's a way that we get into the middle, okay, and then we get into the centre. We go and collect the Crown of Command, and then we decide to fry everybody else, okay? So there is a close-up of the board and some of the graphics on it there. As you see, it's all really nice. Okay, can you just fold that down, please, Mel? That was harder than it needed to be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's your board, folks. I say next month I will be doing a close-up of that. So, you know, I know I'm a moron trying to swing a board around, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the size of the blooming thing. You may have seen the Batman Talisman, or was it last month or the month before, the Star Wars Talisman?
Yeah.
I think the same kind of size. Okay. Next up, we have our characters. These are laminated just because I could and because I wanted to. If you want to just give a little introduction to what each one is called, Mel, and just show the graphics to the folks. This will give you an idea, guys, of how broad your selection of characters out the box can be.
Okay. The Prophetess.
Okay, so we've got the Prophetess there.
The Ghoul. The Monk.
Some really interesting characters. I like the look of this guy. I want to play him.
Druid.
The Druid, yeah.
The Priest. The Assassin. The Thief. The Troll. Wayne Deacon. Haha. Sorry, Wayne. The Warrior. The Wizard. The Minstrel. The Elf. The Sorceress. The Toad.
The Toad, I'll tell you about in a minute. You've got 3 of them, I think.
Ooh.
Yes,
We have 4 Toads.
And my favourite character?
And the Dwarf.
Okay, so each character has like a special rule as well. Okay, special abilities. So every character, you have strength, which is your might, craft, which is your magic, and then you have life, gold, and fate. Okay, and as everybody starts off with different things. Okay, so for example, the dwarf is quite strong, so he's like a 5 strength. Sorry, 5. So he's a 3 strength, and he's got magic of 3. Now, where they come in is you might come along and you might meet another character, because you can fight characters. You don't have to if you land on the same square, but you can. Or more importantly, you find the monster, and what you'll do is you'll roll your dice and add your total and roll the dice for the monster, and that's how combat is solved. Very basic, very easy. Adds to the charm of the game. Okay. Life is self-explanatory. You lose one of those fights, you lose a life. Now, what's nice in this is you can go down, you can lose all your lives. You're not out the game. You pick different characters and start again. You know, so you're still in the game. You might be a bit further behind, but you're still in the game. Gold, used to buy things from the city and the shops or various different things, and fate. Fate, you can basically, in the main box, it is it's like a reroll. You use a point of fate to roll a dice. Lady Fate, is helping you. Okay, so like I say, you've got various all your basic sorts of fantasy characters, your warriors and dwarves and magic users. I used the dwarf. Did you use the sorceress in our first game?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, I think you did, didn't you? Yeah. So so obviously Mel would have like different characteristics with her character. So you play to your strength. But you know what's nice about this? I think you're actually supposed to randomly pick a character. I don't, because if I'm going to spend 3 hours on a board game, I want a character that I'm interested in. But to be able to play, I've never played as like I said before about the druid. I've never played as like a druid, but I think that'd be interesting because he's got different powers and different strengths, compared to the dwarf. The toad guys, you can actually get turned into a toad. Okay, and I'm sure all your stats drop and all that kind of thing. So like for like a few turns, it says, there you go. You are now a slimy toad for 3 turns. Leave all your objects, followers, and gold on the space where you were turned into a toad. So. Obviously, I've never been turned into a toad, but I don't think I'd want to be fair.
No.
So a little bit of fun there, that's the fantasy nature. Okay, so these are obviously bagged off, guys, because like I say, we have played this game here. Bag of tokens, Mel. If you just want to show one of the fake tokens, one of the big round ones, and just one little gold coins, please, just to give the folks an idea of what we're on about.
We've got a fake token, which is purple on one side and gold on the other.
There is a reason for that. When we go into the expansions at a later date, different expansions offer different uses of the fate. Okay?
And the little gold coins.
These are plastic. There are some sets you can get, like deluxe sets that have like metal ones. But, in our game, it's, here we go. Just 6 dice, guys. Standard D6. 6-sided dice. They do have the little talisman symbol on the number 1. Okay? Which are always nice. And then we have assorted cones. Just want to show them.
Blue, red, and we've got green.
What they are, guys, is they are for your life and not your life. Sorry, it's your skill, isn't it?
Yeah.
You strengthen your craft, isn't it?
Yeah, strength and craft.
And is it your lives as well? I think it is. Basically, you use them just to stack up. You've got a thicker one which represents 5, and then the smaller ones which represent 1. When I show the gameplay, it makes more sense. Like I say, you go along, when you kill monsters or pass encounters, you get experience points. I think if you get 7 experience points, you can trade that in for a power more of strength or magic, depending on what you like your sorceress, you want magic, you're not really that bothered about combat. 'Cause if you meet me, you're shooting spells at me, you're not like trying to fight me, are you? Do you know what I mean? Okay, so we have these little bases. These are nice. They just basically identify at a glance your
character.
Your character, yeah. Only because there are folks out there who paint these, and all the power to them. Personally, I don't. But just shows your colour at a glance. I'm blue, you're purple, whatever. Okay, so we have 3 piles of cards. Just want to show the size of those. I think there's a shield on that one there. Okay, just flick through a few of them. Just let the folks have a look at the art on them, please, love. Just any random ones, they don't matter. Okay. So we've got another big pile of cards there, and we have more here. Now, what is important in this as well is I've mentioned earlier about the talisman. Now, you can't enter the middle of the board without a talisman. Now, you can either get these via encounters, or in the middle region, you can go to the Warlock's Cave, and he'll give you a task. You roll on the dice, and it might be have so much gold, it might be kill another player, it might be bring an item, whatever it might be. You're going to be busy going back around doing what he does. Go back, give him what he wants, and he gives you one of these, which is the fabled talisman. That is the only way into the inner circle to be able to get what you want. You are not getting in for love nor money if you haven't got a talisman. You can make the game easier or harder by putting, I think standard mode does have, is it 3 talisman cards or 4? You can put basically more cards in, so you can actually find them in an encounter deck instead of having to go to the Warlock, depending on what you wanted to do. You can. This game is like sandbox. You can make this game as easy or as hard as you like. It's your game. Never get pulled into that trap, folks. Seriously, if you get any game, any board game at all, any card game, if you need to house rule it, because these guys have done these games, doesn't mean they're perfect. Do you know what I mean? So this is one of those games, like say, complete sandbox. You play, you enjoy it. I'm thinking like the likes of Glenn, like anyone who likes like Dungeons and Dragons or fantasy stuff like that. You'll have a ball with this. Honestly, you will. I really hope you guys, are going to enjoy this series. So that is those cards there. And I was about to say the most important part of the box. I think what we're all here to see is the figures. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just ask Mel to show you them. Some she's going to be able to identify, others she isn't. So I think to save putting her on the spot, so I can look at the horror on her face now, I'm just going to ask her to show you. The one that we do know, this is the toad. Okay, so you just take him and take your piece off and represent yourself with a toad. Incidentally, that'd be the easiest piece to paint. It'd just be a green and ink and you're done, wouldn't you? Okay, so just want to show these to the guys.
So we've got the Sorceress.
Oh, you're being clever now, trying to call them?
I am, The Ogre.
There's the dwarf.
The Dwarf.
Okay, so again, look at these guys. Like I say, they could be easily painted if you're not inclined. I've got that many like board, card, miniature games. I'm not painting them.
The Wizard.
The sculpts are really nice, so they're quite really imaginative, aren't they? Not just generic, I don't think.
You might have to help me out. Oh, the Priest.
Yeah. Just keep on showing them.
I'm not quite sure what his
name
is.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, he's the Thief.
That's the thief, he's running away, well spotted.
The thief.
That's the ghoul, is it?
The ghoul.
See, some of them like easy identifiable, whereas others are not so.
Not quite sure what he is, but anyway.
Okay. Is he the monk?
The monk.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Not quite sure.
Wizard, maybe?
Wizard, maybe, yeah.
Minstrel?
The minstrel, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little musical instrument.
Yeah. I can't remember her name
Priestess, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, nearly done here, guys.
He's a knight or something. Yeah, maybe.
Warrior.
Warrior and whoever he is.
Okay, guys, so that is basically the miniatures and the characters, and that's everything that's in the box. What I would say, though, is, as I say, we're going to do... Next episode, we're going to do the gameplay, and then after that, Mel, we've got 13 expansions to get through.
Exciting.
So we're going to be unboxing. There are 4 bigger ones, which are regions on the board. The dungeon, the woodland, the highland, and the city. Okay, they go on the corners of the boards there. And then we've got smaller ones which introduce different characters and stuff like that. But the cool thing about this, though, is every one of these expansions actually have different characters in them. So by the time we actually get to the end of this series, after all 16 episodes and we're all said and done, we're going to meet all the characters in the game. And what you can do with these as well is, I'm looking there first while I see the Harbinger. Okay, so you get characters in that. Now I can open that box, Mel, and I can get the card, I can get that character out, and I can just play him on his main board.
Yeah.
I don't have to play with like the 14 or 16 characters I've got in here. If I so feel like wanting to be a knight or, you know, whatever, a bard, then I can.
Yeah.
So that will cover it there for now, guys, the unboxing. Leave us some comments below. I know I've spoken to a few people who've left me like really positive feedback and stuff, and really looking forward to this series. Are you know, do you play Talisman? Have you watched the other ones, the Star Wars, the Batman? We haven't done Relic on the channel yet, have we? No. There's a Warhammer 40,000 one, Relic, as well. So yeah, leave your comments below, guys. If you're new here, go back and watch episode 1, and there's like about 280 other videos you can watch if you want to, you know, so hit that subscribe button, share, like, and leave us a comment. All you returning folks, you know you are spot on. Thank you as always. Like I say, blip us, let us know what you're looking forward to in the series and all that. We shall see you next month and in the new year, won't we?
We certainly will.
Okay, so a very, very, very happy Christmas from our family to yours. And we'll see you in 2022. Melody?
Bye-bye for now.
See you later.